If you'd like to recite Surah Al-Baqarah for Ruqya, then these are the steps you need to take. Number 1, start listening to it regularly. You can listen to it in one go, or you can listen to it over a period of days. But the more you listen to the Quran, the better off your memory and recitation will become in the future. Second, recite the surah to someone. When you recite it to someone, they'll help you fix it on the condition that the person already knows the rules of tajweed and tilawa and can help you. Third, become fluent in it. After listening and reciting the surah to someone, what you need to do is you practice with Surah Al-Baqarah on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Set a schedule for yourself. And then you don't have to start out by reciting the entire surah in one sitting, but it would be a good idea to divide it over a number of days. Let's say you complete Surah Al-Baqarah the first time in 10 days. Then you eventually bring the time down to a week, and then 5 days, 3 days, and eventually a day. This is going to happen for you over a period of few weeks or months, depending on how much time you're able to give it. You're not going to start out with Surah Al-Baqarah and be able to recite it in one sitting in an hour or so. If you are like those people who believe that you can recite Quran as da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da and it will be acceptable, this is number 1, very disrespectful, haram to recite like that, and such a recitation has no benefit and especially will not help you with ruqya. Slow down, learn how to recite it, and then recite it properly, and only thing you need to do after that is that you be consistent. Memorization of Surah Al-Baqarah should not take you more than a month, 2 or 3 at max, especially if you are able to track your progress and are memorizing and revising it on a daily basis. I've created a short and simple program on Telegram, and I've shared the link in my profile, so whoever wishes to join it, you will be covering the translation, meaning of the important verses, and be able to track your progress with Surah Al-Baqarah, inshallah. And if this program is successful, we'll continue with Surah Ali Imran and make sure that even if one person is able to memorize Surah Al-Baqarah or Ali Imran together, they will have collected Al-Zahrawain together. We have created a shorter memorization program for people who'd like to memorize but are unable to start with Surah Al-Baqarah. You see, Surah Al-Baqarah is for people who already have some experience with hifz and muraja'ah. So now here's your chance to see what memorization feels like along with the revision of the surah, starting with Surah Al-Mulk. So you will be assigned 1 or 2 verses 4 times a week, and the rest of the week you can spend in reviewing what you've already memorized. So look forward to seeing you on this journey with us. Now that you have started your journey of hifz with the Quran, how do you make sure that you remain consistent and see it through? One of the things we used to do back in the day when we were students of Quran, before officially taking up hifz, was we would have friends and companions who would encourage us to memorize Quran, and we would compete against each other, such as we would encourage each other to, let's say, memorize Surah Al-Rum, Luqman, Surah Al-Shu'ara, and even Surah Al-Kahf. Sometimes we would memorize the entire surah. Sometimes we would start off by saying, let's memorize the 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf, and eventually memorize the entire surah. And we would encourage one another to make sure we memorize it with excellence. This was before we embarked on an official journey with the Quran. This is what you need to do now. You need to find someone who's going to motivate you, encourage you, and be your hifz and tilawa partner. Of course, it has to be someone who is at least committed and steadfast, not somebody who's not going to take it seriously, because a sahib, sahib, a companion, a friend, is going to pull you in whatever direction they choose to. So take it seriously and find people who love Quran just as much as you do or more than you do, so that you don't give up once you have started.